Hello, everyone, and welcome to our discussion on organizational change management. For today's leaders looking to transition to an environment focused on a triple bottom line, it is an unfortunate reality that they can spend much of their time managing resistance from internal and external stakeholders. Identifying the various stakeholders of an organization is an initial step toward crafting and gaining agreement on CSR goals. Practitioners define resistance to change as an insistence that the status quo should remain the same and that there should be no need to change it. Some stakeholders resist change because they associate change to risk. In conducting change management initiatives for small, medium, and large enterprises around the globe, in a 2019 peer-reviewed journal article, I highlighted the following risk management strategies when implementing enterprise-wide initiatives. First, treat ongoing project iterations as an opportunity for learning and foster an organizational culture that supports these initiatives. As I'm a huge advocate of an agile approach, I often hold retrospectives and lessons learned assessments during milestone reviews and during steering committee meetings. This will allow an organization to gain feedback, see what went well, what didn't go so well, and how we can make adjustments to make steps to a successful project moving forward. For the second identification, you should be open to discussion and reflection, and don't be afraid to alter the strategic direction of the initiative. In keeping with the agile mindset, flexibility should be welcomed when it comes to organizational change. By encouraging employee input as to any adjustments that should be made, we can make modifications to the strategic direction using the voice of the employee approach to gain additional buy-in for these initiatives. Third, leaders of the organization should repurpose technological and organizational-based learning from previous experiences. So based on the project management body of knowledge, also known as the PMBOK, one of the required inputs to a project, program, or initiative or organizational process assets, also known as OPAs. OPAs are processes, policies, and procedures established by an organization that would be important to an organizational change initiative. Also within OPAs, organizations use things such as project templates, as we said before, lessons learned, and past project information that would be important for knowledge sharing to lead to success for any project initiative. Next, organizations should treat sub-projects as part of an ongoing program that promotes continuous improvement. In doing this, organizations can continue to reflect back on the project or on the outputs of these sub-projects to strive for continuous improvement. And finally, change management not only should be at the top of the agenda for leaders, but change management should also be at top of the agenda for the employees themselves. And the way in which we can do this is by incorporating organizational change contributions to performance evaluations for our employees. I have done this in the past, and again, by providing these tools, approaches, and methods for continuous improvement, organizations can realize positive contributions and buy-in from their employees. So, although it's important to identify the risk and mitigation strategies for an organizational change initiative, it is more imperative to communicate and demonstrate the rewards that internal and external stakeholders will receive from this initiative. In an effort to validate this initiative, during interactions with organizations and consultants that have successfully implemented CSR initiatives, leaders should inquire about how long these initiatives took to implement, and any other benefits realized by implementing these initiatives. With this information, organizations embarking on a CSR project can create an infographic to provide a quick visual of the benefits attained from this initiative to provide fellow leaders as well as employees to the benefits to this particular program. Also with this input, published interviews and white papers can be created, and you can also partner with those individuals and organizations that have previously successfully implemented these CSR initiatives to provide internal and external visibility to the adoption of these processes. So to wrap up this discussion, in adopting an agile style approach where leaders of organizations will implement and announce incremental changes throughout their operation, organizations will experience small wins that not only empower internal and external stakeholders to continue with these CSR practices, but these stakeholders will also experience positive impacts with these small changes that will positively influence these approaches within the organization, within their communities, and around the world. Thank you.